Hey everybody, it's Yusuf for Dad's Free Time Let's Plays, getting it in. So they're making another Tomb Raider. Netflix has posted the one with Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft. Although it's a little weird because Angelina Jolie is really skinny, right? And she's top heavy. So she's got boobs, but no hips. This Lara Croft, she happens to have hips and boobs and a regular looking butt, you know? But, I mean, they tried. Anyway, they picked a new actress to be Lara Croft, but Angelina Jolie can't be Lara Croft anymore because she found out she had cancer in her family and then had her boobs cut off. I mean, she can be Lara Croft, but Lara Croft needs like a... I guess she could be the new one? The new Lara Croft doesn't have boobs like that. Who knows? Okay, welcome to Tomb Raider Anniversary. While they're discreetly showing us Lara Croft's boobs here. Right there in the middle of the screen. Anyway, I wanted to let you know that this is the remake they did of the very first one. I plan on playing all of them, the PlayStation 1 versions, but I'm not playing this one on PlayStation 1 to get a worse version. So they had this on PlayStation 2 and I'm rock and rolling with it. Anyway, let's go ahead and play.
Now, what's a man gotta do to get that sort of attention from you?
If that's the sort of attention you want, Larson, you're well on your way.
Sounds like fun, but I'm only here to make an introduction. Lara Croft, meet Jacqueline Natla of Natla Technologies.
Good afternoon, Miss Croft. My research department has recently turned its focus to the study of ancient artifacts, and I'm led to believe that with the right incentive, you're just the woman to find them for me.
I'm afraid you've been misled. I only play for sport.
Which is precisely why I've come to you, Miss Croft. This is a game you've played before, with your father. You both spent years searching for the Scion of Atlantis. All you needed was the location of Qualopec's tomb.
You found Vilcabamba.
How quickly can you get to Peru?
Vilcabamba continues to elude us, and my insistence that we press on in spite of these failures has morale low. I suspect Jenkins to be the author of this sedition. He simply refuses to accept the possibility that Atlantis is the foundation upon which all known civilizations were built. Increasingly, I find it is Lara alone who remains untainted by academic dogma and open-minded enough to see this truth.
Bastante cuerda.
Not to worry, I'll find another way up.
All right, that Texas guy had a nice rapey vibe, didn't he? How's it going, guys? Incidental Tangent Podcast. So I started this game not knowing that there was a story mode, because I had completed the game in 2009. Now it's 2017. So when I'm playing it again, it has these little jewels that I can click on that will have the commentary on some of the stages. Now I stopped the game a little bit through and then went back and replayed the story because Dad's free time classic gaming does not do no stories in these games. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the little jewels that tells you what's going on. And I'm sure I'll click on it pretty soon. I'm not playing the game right now. I'm just commenting over it until the commenters start commenting over the game themselves.
Welcome to the game commentary for Tomb Raider Anniversary. I'm Jason Botta, the creative director for Tomb Raider Anniversary.
And I'm Toby Gard, the original designer from the first TR1.
Ah, you were the creative director. Give yourself some credit.
I suppose there's only 6 of us, though. I mean, we don't have such grand titles back in those days, but yeah. So in terms of the opening sequences of the original game, the whole thing was leading up to sort of the whole wolf extravaganza that happened, where it was kind of the big reveal of Lara Croft. And obviously some of that wasn't really appropriate anymore. People know who Lara was, so it enabled us to actually be able to show Lara in the intro, in the foyer in Calcutta, and obviously we didn't have to go quite so crazy with the wolf bit with the big towels flying off of her and stuff.
And I think the essence of that whole cinematic and whatnot is the same, sort of an introduction to the main characters of the game, and sort of sets up what the entire game is about. So that sort of remains unchanged.
Yep.
Yeah, we sort of tried to follow a lot of the shots from the original game, sort of inspiration for us throughout the entire game, but for this opening scene as well.
Yeah, what stinks about some of these is that they tend to spoil the actual stage, which it would be cool to run through it and listen to the commentators do it, but sometimes they add in like little tricks or whatever, and then you're just like, oh, that'd be awesome. But that'd be more awesome if it was a surprise. So if you take a long time and then replay the game to the point where everything is almost new to you, it kind of screws it up. That's the best thing about doing these games, like holding on to them for such a long time and replaying them, is that they're like super new, you know. I screwed up there on the grappling. Better that time. But yeah, me doing this is kind of excruciating because the my voice record on the computer's like super slow, so my voice records a voice in real time, and it slows down the playing of the game, you know, and it sucks. Unfortunately, I'm not talking about anything that has anything to do with the actual gameplay, but that's the reason why, basically.
Oh, allí estás. Mira, ya llegamos.
Anyway, I only have to do this for a little bit. I have to admit, though, that you know, this game, like having played the whole thing through, was really interesting because of the control scheme. It was way better than Lara Croft's controlling previously. But according, like with the games that I had played, it was still a little bit more difficult and tedious until I got used to it. It's a perfect speed for the way the puzzles go, though, I have to admit. Dang, Laura's a horrible shot, isn't she? But yeah, anyway, moving right along. Give me some more Lara Croft in my life. I still get confused trying to say her name because there's no U in it, so it's not Laura. It's Lara. Lara. Ouch. It's pretty lame. Trying to make us learn how to roll. You know, it'd be cool if you were invincible if you did like the whole backflip combination. But whatever. You know, one of the things that irritates me about this game is that sometimes Lara can jump her ass off and sometimes she can't. It's the same problem in Uncharted. Like, if you just push the jump button, jump is pretty lame. But then all of a sudden, if you gotta jump a chasm, all of a sudden she jumps like a superhero. Cause what the hell is up with that? And Nathan Drake does the same thing. It's like, oh, if it's the place they want you to go, all of a sudden he's like parkour Nathan Drake. But if you were gonna try to like just step up on a stone or some shit, it's like Nathan Drake has no skills. It's like I found a secret here. I think. Oh, it's another thing. Jeez, those things are annoying.
So I remember when we were first putting together the design for Tomb Raider, and I found that it was pretty disturbing how many games, how much there was of killing in games. Basically, so many people killing each other mindlessly. You know, you walk up to some chap and just because they're from a different country, you can gun them down, and that seems to be perfectly reasonable. So in TR1, I felt like, apart from the fact that I didn't think we could do very good humans at the time, like other human enemies, it seemed to me like a much nicer thing to do to have the enemies be animals, sort of, you know, vicious animals like bats and rats and things.
Which is ironic because I think now most people would consider killing animals way crueler than killing people.
It is, yeah. I mean, pretty much, yeah, the worst thing about it is, of course, they're all endangered species. None of this occurred to me at the time. To be honest with you, I just thought, great, we're not killing humans hardly at all. What a great selling point.
When we redid it, we went and we looked at the animals in TR1, and they weren't very mean looking, which made killing them even worse.
I remember my teddy bear model was, it was very cute.
That's right. So we consciously tried to sort of go back and make the animals much more vicious this time around, so you didn't feel so bad about killing them. You can maybe only lose about an hour of sleep instead of all night.
So in TR1, I felt like, apart from the fact that I didn't think we could do very good humans at the time, like other human enemies, it seemed to me like a much nicer thing to do to have the enemies be animals, sort of, you know, vicious animals like bats and rats and things.
Which is ironic because I think now most people would consider killing animals way crueler than killing people.
It is, yeah. I mean, pretty much, yeah, the worst thing about it is, of course, they're all endangered species. None of this occurred to me at the time. To be honest with you, I just thought, great, we're not killing humans hardly at all. What a great selling point.
When we redid it, we went and we looked at the animals in TR1, and they weren't very mean looking, which made killing them even worse.
I remember my teddy bear model was, it was very cute.
That's right. So we consciously tried to sort of go back and make the animals much more vicious this time around, so you didn't feel so bad about killing them. You can maybe only lose about an hour of sleep instead of all night.
All right, sorry about making you listen to that more than once. They were absolutely right. The everything was so blocky, so all of the animals looked like super cute. For those of you who don't know, I have two editing. Oh, goodness gracious. I have two editing tricks that I normally use, or two editing transitions. If I erase or like do a swipe like it's Return of the Jedi or something, then that means that I died a few times and I just want to get back to the spot where I died. Maybe the checkpoint is a little far out there or whatever. However, if I just fade in and out, that just means that I'm skipping time no matter what, because whatever is happening is too damn boring. Like, more boring than just Laura running through running through corridors and shit. You know what I mean?
One of the rooms, the Wolf Bridge room, essentially, so early on in the game, in the original Tomb Raider, where it's really just, hey, look, there's going to be some big baddies that you're going to fight at some point, but you're able to sort of stand above them and shoot them to death.
Laura's so mean.
Yeah, well, or you could just leave them alone, I suppose. There was nothing really going on in that room in the original TR1, and I was sort of pushing for us to simply, just skip this room on the remake because it wasn't particularly significant. But
I think visually it was one of the more sort of recognizable areas from TR1, though. So we wanted to keep it, but sort of change it a little bit. So I think it was you that had the idea, right, of breaking the first bridge, so that you fall down into the wolf area.
Yeah. So really, basically, make life difficult for the animal lovers.
Right. You have to kill the wolves now, or they kill you.
The people who didn't kill the wolves, didn't snipe the wolves, basically get the worst deal.
That's right. Plus, it makes the second bridge a little bit more intense now.
That's the big one, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's hilarious, because as you can see, like, I totally was gung-ho about killing wolves, so I just jumped down there and killed them right when I saw them, because I've been playing this game, well, I played this game before, and I know that any real open areas always have animals that come out of the corner. I mean, it's not, surprise, motherfucker, it's wolves. Like, that's not tricking me. Come on, find it. Oh. I wonder if you can climb up the ladder, huh? Or climb up the bridge. I found the secret. Can't jump up there. Oh, miss. It makes me wonder if in Britain they actually call Laura, and there's no Laura. Lara Croft? Laura. Like, is there a Laurel? Or is it Laurel? Laurel? Sorry, I'm totally fascinated with Lara Croft. Lara. 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 Totally thought that bridge was gonna break, by the way. What kills me about this game is that every room is a puzzle. And I hate that, going through a hallway and then going, oh, there's another puzzle. Don't know how to swing. Did I mention that I suck at swinging? So I have to admit that the bears were a little cuddly looking, but they were very scary because they would play that anticipation music all early. Creep me the hell out, man. Don't need it in my life. Trying for it again, huh? Jeez, takes me forever to figure this out. Come on, Laura, just like when you were in grade school. Or Lara Croft. Got him. It's one of those parts where I don't know where to go. I mean, you know, essentially I would like to go to the area that has something I could pick up first, right? And come back and get to the area that I would leave as. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to leave and not pick up extra stuff, but they give you a 50-50 chance. You kind of get screwed with it, you know? Anyway, obviously I changed my mind because I felt like that was going to be the end. So I'm going downstairs to check it out. Noise. Oh, you mean I gotta go all the way back? You know what? Hold up. Sorry, I've been a little quiet here. I don't know what it is, but Laura Croft's slow jog mixed in with her making the hup and the jumping noises is actually oddly calming for me. Uh-oh, until this happens.
So this room in the original, it was the goal to try and create a sense of reality to sort of the progression. Like, we had to separate Peru into 4 levels, but when we were designing them, we made them so that they should essentially.
Well, that's nice. I suck at life.
So this room in the original, it was the goal to try and create a sense of reality to sort of the progression. Like, we had to separate Peru into 4 levels, but when we were designing them, we made them so that they should essentially, they were supposed to fit together. We tried to keep the big door at one end, and then you'd be popping out on the other side into the new level. So they were very continuous, essentially 4 continuous massive levels, but they were split into chunks. one of the improvements is that actually happens now seamlessly, so you can carry on through it. And it's a little easier that way to be able to tell what some of the areas were supposed to be. And this particular area was supposed to be essentially a fortified entrance to their city, whereby you've got arrow areas, these sloped walls, and then holes for people to be able to, I don't know what they do, chuck rocks at people, or throw stones, or call them names and stuff, leading to the actual main entrance.
Right, it was sort of the last fortitude of the Vilcabambans against the invading Spaniards.
Spanish.
That's right. And originally you came in sort of up top in one of the side areas and sort of worked your way around. But we felt that we really wanted to make the players play the route of the Spanish invaders, since that's essentially what Lara is. She's sort of coming in and going into the home of the natives here. So we wanted to make her run the gauntlet down the center.
I really like how the British guy started being racist to Aztecs, and he's like, I don't know what they do, chuck rocks. Is that what Aztecs do? They chuck rocks, they throw rocks at people? Is that how they fight? And then the American guy was like, well, actually, you know, they had to defeat the Spanish people and probably had better ways of killing Spanish people other than throwing rocks from holes there. Like, yeah, good job. Good job. You just let the guys, give him a mic, let him talk, and pretty soon he'll be like, ooh, I don't know what the, like, whatever, where else do we go here? Like, I don't know what, we'll go to Spain, I don't know what the Spaniards do, slap women with a penis? Like, no. No, they don't. They chuck rocks from holes. That's, nice thing to say about an ancient civilization. Well, they don't have clothes on. They wear loincloths, don't they? So they throw rocks at each other. Everybody knows. No, no, no. This one was interesting. I actually had a problem with this puzzle because there was a secret to it, but I didn't know how the secret worked. Like, how do I get on that one that I'm right next to, you know? But the big problem that I actually had was that clicking noise meant that I was on a timer. So I had to, like, open one and then do the other. I get slowed down, but I'm going to go ahead and skip forward on this just to make sure. That doesn't take too long. You guys get it, though. Stink. Oh, well, how about that? I was planning on skipping forward, but I didn't screw up that badly. How about that shit? So anyway, that's a good place to stop it. Right there at the end. See you on the next Dad's Free Time Let's Play. Peace.